I love it.
But that's what, you haven't seen a guy before. You go ask the coach, and it always used to be when I played, well, what's he throw? Sinker slider. Well, now it's, fastball, curveball.
Yeah, everybody now, you're right, Rick. It used to be, sinker slider, then the splitter was a big pitch, and now it's all spin rate. Everybody wants to spin
and change ups, yes.
Blow it right by him.
When you have that velocity, you can throw that pitch.
He's going back to ask Andy, hey, where's that curveball you're talking about?
Why don't you tell me fastball? Fastball. Elevate it up, and but that's a pitch. If you're a hitter and you get that from Karinchak, that's the one you're gonna want to hit. Right there is the fastball.
Now Peyton Henry. Rick, we were talking about Texas yesterday and about how they seem to have an organizational philosophy like, hey, let's go after the best hitters we can find, and we'll figure out where to put them. You spent time with Milwaukee. Obviously, that was in the American League days, National League club now for a number of years. Do you see a change in organizational philosophy, or do you still see Milwaukee being the same kind of, organization as far as who they look for? Yeah, they still go offense. They've had good offensive players. Back in the 70s and 80s, those guys could hit as well as anybody in baseball. Harvey's wall bangers, Bambi's bombers. I think of guys like Cecil Cooper and Jim Gantner,
and Molitor and Simmons and Ogilvie and Roy Howell and Don Money and Charlie Moore. You go on and on. Jim Gantner. They had hitters. They came to play. They had gamers.
And every once in a while, they'd find enough pitching to make it all come together.
Yeah, yes, in the time. But back then, when they went to the World Series in '82, they had good pitching. They had Raleigh Fingers coming out of the pen. They went and signed a Don Sutton to go with, the Pete Vukoviches and the other guys they had. Moose Haas and other pitchers that they worked their way through it, but they always seemed to get injured, the pitchers. They didn't stay healthy long enough.
Back out of play.
Jim Slayton was a very good pitcher in his day.
Well, in the few trips we've made to Miller Park, no question in my mind, that's an offensive park. If you got some guys that can hit, you can put up some big numbers in that.
They can hit in that ballpark. I liked Old County Stadium better. It was a pitcher's park.
Blew it by him. Karinchak with his second strikeout.
And that's where they filmed Major League, because they had the issues with the
it was a mini Cleveland Stadium, really.
Exactly is what it was. But remember, we used to go out on the deck out there to broadcast and things like that. It had its own little idiosyncrasies, but it was 392 into the alleys. It was a big ball yard. It was tough to hit it out of there, but those guys made that ballpark back then look small.
Yeah, my first trip to Old County Stadium, I knew I was in a different place when you went to the press dining room and they had the real Milwaukee sausages.
Bratwurst.
And beer.
Yeah, well, sure.
I think it was the only press room.
They're weaned on beer.
Out in front of the plate, and LeVar Way blocks it.
It's funny, yesterday he came in, he had a pretty good curveball, and he had a tough time spotting his fastball. Today he's throwing his fastball, and he's looking for the curveball. And we said it was a field pitch yesterday, which it is. but it seems like he's spiking it in there today.
Swing and a miss. Kind of like a golfer when you're great off the tee, but you can't putt. Then there's days where you can putt and you can't get off the tee.
It's always something.
The 1-2. Got a piece of it. Did Billy McKinney to stay alive? Up high with the fastball. Tough take right there, but he missed. And the payoff pitch is high. Ball. All four. So now 2 on with 2 out. And Garrett Mitchell coming up. Garrett Mitchell ground out his only plate appearance back in the 7th. Are you kidding me? He absolutely just stole a hit away from Garrett Mitchell and ends the inning with an unbelievable grab here in the 9th. Well, back in the 2nd inning, Franmil Reyes went deep for the Tribe. 2nd straight day. He's hit a home run for Cleveland. 4 homers on the spring. And 6 runs batted in for the big man.
He was down in the count. Woodruff made 2 really good pitches to get ahead of him. He backed up a slider, and Franmil just hit that one into the batter's eye. So back-to-back days with a home run for him. So that's a good thing.
Harold Ramirez going to lead off for Cleveland, and Blaine Hardy, the 3rd straight lefty out of the Milwaukee bullpen on to try and finish the game. Harold Ramirez, Bradley Zimmer, and let's see, is it Luplo, I think? No. Connor Maribel, I think, went into that spot. He'll be due up 3rd. Harold Ramirez, Colombian native, spent last year with the Miami Marlins. And a topper to short. Terang on the run, throws him out one away. And then Bradley Zimmer gets his first at bat today. Man, it's 0-2. The high for tomorrow for our last televised game is only 65 degrees. You gonna bring mittens?
Going to be earmuffs and mittens, yes. And I'm going to have to double check with the parking police.
You park the way you did today.
We're going to have cameras out there tomorrow.
See how you enter the ballpark.
I think I'm going to be in space 24.
There's a drive up the alley in deep right center field off the top of the fence. Around third, Bradley Zimmer's going to get waved home by Mike Sarbaugh. He will score. The throw goes all the way through, but staying right at second base is Connor Maribel with an RBI double. And it's a 6-3 ball game. He smoked that pitch.
Yes, he did, and that hit the top of the wall. Ricochets back in, but you know they weren't going to catch it once it left the bat. Put a good swing, so the lefties back-to-back hits off Hardy. Zimmer scores, brings Luplow to the plate, makes it a 6-3 game.
Luplow struck out his only time up in the 7th. And he pops one up, shallow right. Second baseman Westbrook backs up to get it. 2 down. And the catcher Ryan Lavarnway. Swing and a miss, strike one. Final telecast of the spring, as I said, tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern time, as the Indians play host to the San Francisco Giants. Zach Plesac, Jake McGee, the pitching matchup.
Jake McGee getting the start for the Giants. He used to be a bullpen guy. He was out in Colorado with Shaw, wasn't he, after he was down in Tampa, and he's been around. Veteran left-hander. You said 65. Is it going to be as windy is my question.
Well, that'll be key. Swing and a miss. Sounds like some cloud cover tomorrow. Just getting a few clouds moving into the area now. It's been another beautiful day though here. 2 down and a 2-ball, 2-strike count for Ryan Lavarnway. Blaine Hardy deals, and it's out of play. The runner at second base watches that go in the dirt, but holds there. And the string is out for Lavarnway. Tyler Freeman would be next if Lavarnway keeps it alive here. And if he gets to the plate, he would represent the tying run. And he will indeed get that chance. Milwaukee going to scramble the bullpen as Hardy's about to make his 20th pitch of the inning now. What do you know? Did they bring anybody but left-handers? They got another lefty up in the bullpen. That. First ball swinging, and it's a base hit in the left field. And in the third and holding there is Maribel. The bases are loaded with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. And Owen Miller is going to be the batter. We wasted no time, didn't he, Freeman?
Well, no, you figure he wants to get ahead. He was trying to get ahead every hitter, and he was ahead of most hitters in this inning. And then messed around and got some 2-strike hits. So he was ready right from the very first pitch and found the hole and kept the inning going. The bases are loaded. The tying runs are on base. The winning runs at the plate.
And Owen Miller, who had a base hit his only time up in the 8th inning, steps to the dish. "11 hits in 30 at-bats this spring for Owen Miller. That was up high, 1-1. Interesting, and then of those 11 hits on the spring, only 1 has gone for extra bases. The other 10 have all been singles. But a single here gets you 2 runs. Right back to the screen, and the Indians down to their last strike. And the 1-2. Ground ball to first. Fielded cleanly by Peterson. Beats him to the bag, and that ends the ball game. So the Indians load them up here in the bottom of the 9th. But Milwaukee escapes with a 6-3 victory. Brandon Woodruff actually gets the win for Milwaukee. He went 6th. Their opening day starter was sharp, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits. And Milwaukee, the big bats did in Tristan McKenzie today. 3 2-run homers. One by Garcia, Avisaío Garcia, one by Daniel Vogelback, and one by Tyrone Taylor. That's the story of this one.
Yeah, McKenzie is the starter today for the Indians. He didn't look very sharp today, but Woodruff did, who's their opening day starter, and the Indians had a little fight left in them, but end up getting beat 6-3. So we will do one more game tomorrow. San Francisco Giants coming into town, same time, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for our spring training finale, our final telecast before opening day, when the Indians play host to the San Francisco Giants. Final score today, Milwaukee 6, Cleveland 2. For Rick Manning and Andre Knott, I'm Matt Underwood. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.